Today we have our annual open day. It's the second one that we've held. So it is basically to show farmers what we do, to thank them as well for their business, but also to demonstrate that there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes.
I go to PRAg because they're a nice independent firm, nice local firm, and they do the agronomy and they do different testing, and they're quite go-ahead firm.
Once the farmers have actually brought their crop in, whatever it is, oilseed, barley, wheat, they'd store it in a barn. Part of my job is to go out, test it, bring it back here, run it through our machines to make sure it is a good quality. Then we'd be in touch, we'd buy it from the farm and then sell it straight to whichever mill is buying at the best price at the time.
I just carry out a bit of work for PRAg, doing pest control work, and thought it was a bit of fun to bring the bird along to show everybody today. This is a Harris hawk. He's about 2 years old, and I use him in a bit of work day to day, and just enjoying the sun today.
Phacelia is an interesting crop and very, very relevant at present. As you can see, if you look into this crop at the moment, the blue flower that's produced is very, very attractive to pollinators, especially bees. Bees really like this. You have to have generally insects to allow the process of the pollination, to allow crops to grow and to be able to produce seed. So if there are those crops there, especially crops like oilseed rape and beans, etc., if you don't have the bee population, you won't get the yield, and ultimately farmer will not make money. The other big part of our business is agronomy, and what we aim to do when we supply seed to farmers is to ensure that weed control is covered, to make sure they get the best out of their crop, they get the best output, and potentially, obviously what we're aiming for is to maximise their profit, and that is key really to producing successful crops, weed control. This is a 6-row barley crop. The variety is called Volume, and it's a hybrid. It's actually bred by a company called Syngenta. But we find it very interesting because the fact that it has 6 rows of barley in it compared to a normal 2-row should ultimately manifest itself in producing more yield. And we've certainly found that here on what we've harvested so far. But it has produced an extremely satisfying result. The fact that it's probably the best gross margin crop that we've grown on this farm in our trial plots for many years. So from both sides you've got a crop which produces a lot of grain, a lot of straw, and in my view, if it continues, it could have been a particularly exceptional season, but if we can grow crops like this in the future, then there is a future in farming. Because we put a lot of work into our products, and we want to make sure that what we offer our customers is the right product for them. So we spend a lot of time, as I say, on looking at different varieties of grass seed, different mixtures, different trials regarding fertiliser inputs, nutrient programs, herbicide programs, etc., so that when we preach on farm or when we advise on farm, that customer will know that the advice we're giving them is from a solid background, and that is what we're all about. We like to help the farmer from the point of view of giving advice at the beginning on his seed. We like to help the farmer grow that into a successful crop, and in the case of crops such as barley, we can then buy that crop back off that farmer and market it for him. So hence the name PRAg, from seed to feed.